Hello everyone, this is Trippy Fox, and I'm joined with Splur
How's it going? It's me.
and MK Mean.
Hello.
Alright guys, so this is
This
the
is way
first
too
episode.
structured.
So why don't both of you just start by saying something about yourselves?
Well, I'm a, up and coming YouTube sensation, obviously, 800 subs. Pretty, new to the scene. My video game character that I'm using isn't a fox actually, unlike every fucking character in this Skype call at the moment. It's a skeleton from the game Grim Fandango. So there you go. That's some fucking interesting facts for you there. Do you want to talk about your stuff, MK Mean now?
Yeah, I have rocks in my kidneys.
Fuck.
What a great way to introduce
I
yourself.
have extreme diarrhea right now.
Hepatitis A, B.
I mean, really, I don't really know what to say. I'm just there.
Alright, so
It's just such a fucking.
we,
It's like,
we-
yeah.
we have Splur here, up and coming YouTube sensation, and MK Mean, who's just there.
I'm just there. Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, like this is a way to, introduce yourself. You're like, hey, my name's Splur TV and I have hepatitis B. Nice to meet you. Sorry, did I just say that out loud? Whoopsie daisies. Okay, let's keep going.
So the podcast has no name right now.
It doesn't.
It probably will when we upload this.
Yeah, we figured we'd talk about that now, which is the most stupid fucking idea. But why not? We'll talk about the name and stuff like that. So, Trippy, go on. What do you think it should be called?
Right, so you said stuff talks, right?
Yeah, stuff talks.
And I think MK Mean can come up with a good name since his name is like fully capitalized.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck.
fair enough. So wait, Splur, was your character actually a skeleton? So
What's this? Yeah, I'm a skeleton.
Yeah. Okay, so we can name it Furs and Bones Cast.
Jesus.
Furs and bones. That sounds like a fucking porn site. Okay.
Fucking
Is it-
bestiality and like Jesus
Bones.
Christ. What would the bones be?
Dead animals.
Dead thing.
Necrophilia.
Yeah, necrophilia. Yeah.
All right. So is that your name? You're putting that in?
Yeah.
You're slipping it in? All right.
Yeah.
What
You
about
can
you?
just have
Trippy?
like a lottery. I'm thinking I want to go to something kind of simple.
Oh no.
Simple. Just
Get
just
mythical
podcast.
morning.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Fucking hell. Just what about podcast?
Something really positive.
If you think about it, is there a podcast named podcast?
Yeah, is there a name called
I mean,
podcast? That's a podcast.
Isn't the genre podcasting like?
Yeah, but like, would there be a podcast just called
But that-
podcast?
I mean, it's cheesy, kind
It
of.
doesn't work.
But is it really? I mean, maybe no one else has done it.
Yeah, but we don't have to be the first ones.
I love it. I was like, but why? Why would you name it podcast?
I mean, it's kind of like naming your password.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's simple. It gets the point across, and it basically just fucking talks about what you're going to be doing. You're a podcast.
But
It's the
dude,
podcast podcast.
It sounds really simple that the people wouldn't want to click on the video in the first place.
I mean, it gets your attention. You know what I mean?
It
It's like
doesn't.
calling
Like,
it-
you have to name it. Like, you have to put some flashy title.
Okay.
what, like fucking herpes?
A flashy title. All right, we can think of something like that.
Herpes? Fucking, we'll call the
Herpes.
podcast herpes or some shit.
With hepatitis, I can be A, you can be B, and M can be C. Boom.
we could probably. What about we call it some shit?
Some shit.
Just some shit. Just what do you think?
Has to be all in caps for MK Mean.
MK
No, it
Mead has.
doesn't. I mean, it has to get the attention of the viewer. You see, like all caps works.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, Leafy's.
Okay,
fucking...
saddest podcast on all of
Oh
YouTube.
no! Yes. Yes.
Oh my
2016.
god, the most cringiest podcast of the YouTube on Planet X Chromosome Y YouTube. How about that?
Yeah, I think that works.
No, I
the
just
cringiest podcast. the most cringiest podcast on planet Earth.
Jesus, our title's gonna be as long as a scarce video.
No, I mean these. What about these podcasts must be stopped?
These podcasts must be stopped.
Or
Let's get right into the podcast.
never ending podcast.
I mean, there is
Which-
going to be an end.
Which
not
everything
really, I mean-
ends once, like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
life. I mean,
Just depends
Jesus
how
Christ,
much.
that
It just
went
depends. It just depends how much you last, right? I mean,
On a-
you know,
just-
depends if you're
if you're
premature
gonna
or not.
die from hepatitis or herpes, it's not gonna last long.
You just like compare the podcast to life. That's the deepest this podcast will ever go.
Everything comes to it. That's the thing that you say to someone when they just had a great day. It's like they win the lottery. It's like, yeah, everything's gonna end someday. So, you know, you're eventually gonna die. And just like, oh, thanks for making me feel shit. I appreciate it.
I mean, if you had cancer or something and you know you're gonna die in a couple of months, why not just accept it then? Like, I would accept it. I mean, I'm not
What?
saying everyone should, but
Go
I
up
would
to
be
someone.
like, okay, and I would make jokes about dying.
Oh, actually, here's an interesting question for both of you. I'll ask MKmean first. If it was your last day on Earth, so you're gonna die, in let's say in exactly 24 hours, how would you treasure that? What would you do?
I would run to your house first,
All right,
steal one of your computers.
all right.
Then I'll run to the nearest like little supermarket and like steal all their stuff as well.
Okay. Let's say you get away with like stealing a bunch
Yeah,
of
let's say
bags of, like,
let's
chips.
say I get away with chips and ice cream, and
Okay, chips and ice cream.
I run to. I would want to bash someone's head from school, so I would just no, I mean,
So by now you've like walked all the way to my house and to a supermarket. You've wasted, let's say, like 1/3 of your day already just preparing.
yeah, no, okay, yeah, and then I would steal a car, like a luxurious
Okay.
car on the road or something.
Right? Yeah.
Then I would drive into someone's house, breaking through the windows, like through the living room.
All right. Now you've broken your arm as well. While you've done that.
No, I haven't. I'm in a car.
Yeah, you just fucking break a window, no problem. No damage done.
You know how in
You just
GTA
damage
the car
yourself, you
runs through the
fall.
window and it's like the car gets a bit damaged, but you're still inside of it. And
Yeah, the windshield breaks.
yeah, the
The
windshield.
glass is all over your fucking
No,
body.
no, the windshield doesn't break that easy. It's a luxurious car. It's like a Rolls
It's a
Royce.
luxurious car.
So you've gone like a military car.
Yeah,
Just
let's
bash
say
it.
that. And then
You just,
I mean, shag somebody, and then yeah.
fuck? Just shag somebody. And I
This
don't
is
know.
like this is just like playing GTA.
Exactly.
Okay,
I was-
okay. I'll ask Splur.
Oh, well, I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, who knows that the world is ending? Does everybody just know?
It's not ending, but it's
your
ending for you.
world is
So like in
ending.
24 hours, you're gonna die from cancer.
Probably just like masturbate a world record amount. Like until I die myself. Like I do it so much, I just drain myself completely and turn into a prune and die.
That's so
Look,
depressing.
look, Splur. After Mean's answer, you had the advantage of saying something more meaningful, and
That's
you just
true.
said that.
But there was a guy that died by masturbating, and I'd like that to go out.
So you want to die from masturbating before you
what
die
if-
from cancer?
Before you die, blood starts coming out because he did it so much in the day.
So
Like that's the thing, you know that.
what?
You wouldn't
How
die
would you know
because of
MK
blood
means?
loss.
How would you
Well,
fucking know?
Internet, like everything's.
You just start spurting blood from your dick after you masturbate
No,
several
but like
times.
that's the thing. If people do it a lot, that tends to happen, you know.
What? You just piss blood?
Yeah.
One way to find out.
This has gotten really fucking MA. I apologize. No, okay. Last day, I would. Honestly, I don't fucking know. Like, who has an answer for this shit? let's think about this. I have cancer. You know, I'm gonna die someday.
You think you're gonna die from stomach cancer or just masturbating too much?
I'd probably like to streak or something. You know, before I die, just streak on something. I don't know. I'd have to
Wait,
make a
wait.
YouTube. No, I'd make a YouTube video about it. Jesus Christ!
I have
before I die.
cancer in capital letters. Just
I
I'm
almost
going
died.
to die.
Yeah, I'm about to die. Yeah, dude. Fucking hell, that's an obvious question. I'll go phase on it, except I'm actually going to die. It's not like, oh, I almost just died. It's like, I'm gonna die in
So you
like
want kind of
24
like your
hours.
legacy to go through
Yeah.
YouTube before you
And then
die.
once my YouTube revenue kicks through, I'll
You'd
use
be
that
dead
money.
by then, probably.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't know. Give it to fucking my family, someone. I'd give it to someone.
Oh,
Fucking,
nice. Blur died, honey. Well,
Ex-
what happened? Well, he left us $20 from YouTube.
no, you know what? I lock it into an account that no one can get into, and it'll just be sitting there. There's
That's not a thing, you know that.
$20,000. There's $20,000. No one can access it
20,000.
from one video. It's just fucking. I'm dying.
Or,
It's
dude,
All right, so Splur, you want before you die, you just want to make a video and like make
ad rev.
money out of it and make it inaccessible to anyone.
yeah.
And Kimmy wants to
basically.
go full on GTA.
then what's the point of making money if it's gonna be inaccessible to anyone? It's just gonna be there, like.
Because that's the ultimate troll, man. It's like
the $20.
Wait,
is
who
not
are
a
you
troll.
trolling there though?
You're
That's the
not
thing.
trolling anyone with $20.
I mean, I just want my relatives to look at that when they're struggling with money and they don't have anything to just see it there and be like,
Yeah,
I
they
could
just
have
wanna
that.
buy a McDonald's meal and they don't have $20, so they just stare at your bank account.
Yeah, exactly. And they just say, I'm poor and I'm starving and I could have $20,000, but my asshole fucking,
And then
dad or
every day
whatever.
your family's gonna hate you for the rest of the generations.
Fuck it. I'm gonna die soon.
Oh,
so-
our son, made us spend thousands and thousands of dollars on him for like his entire childhood, and then he just makes $20,000 and dies and doesn't give it to us.
Wait, was
Exactly.
it 20,000? I thought it was $20.
20,000.
According to Splur, he's gonna make $20,000.
then-
Easy, boys.
Okay, that's the kind of troll then. I thought it was 20, like.
Nah, $20,000, mate. 20,000. I don't know. Would it be more of a troll being $20 or 20,000? Because $20 is so insignificant. It'd be like, why? Why? What's the point?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
All right, Trippy. I think it's time that you said
Um,
what you do.
so this answer is not as good as both of yours, but I probably at least the first hour spend it with people I've known, my family and all that.
This is gonna be meaningful.
No, just then I would go eat some food probably.
What would you eat on your last day?
Oh, that's a good. I definitely have ice cream for dessert.
Or would you make an epic mealtime episode on your last
Oh
day?
wait, maybe Cobra challenge.
Pull a
Two.
filthy
Even
friend.
heavier, yeah.
Bake your pubic hairs.
Why would you do that?
Possibly.
You want to die?
I probably cut the the other side of your leg, like the back side.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
What?
I don't think I've ever bled from there. I don't know. If
Just
you can.
because you haven't bled from there. Have you bled
I
from the
I've-
inside?
No, but I've always wondered.
Cut your
like,
lungs.
I eat a lot of ice cream. I like ice cream.
You
Um,
like ice cream?
Yeah, ice cream's
I
nice.
fucking hate it. It's horrible.
No, it's it's good. It's good stuff.
Anyway, let's keep
They
going.
don't
That's,
have
that
ice
was
I probably spend half an hour writing who gets what.
yeah.
Because I don't want like my family fighting over everything after I die.
Oh yeah, what about me?
Yeah, I'll probably give you some stuff.
Aw.
I'll probably bike around for half an hour.
You don't have a bike?
Yeah, take yours.
I have
Um,
one bike. Would you bike
sounds like a
alone in the
really-
city?
I'd probably just bike around for like 20 minutes, really. I'd swim for like 20. I'd just try and fit everything a person can do. Like, individually for 20 minutes, just eat everything I can.
Go-
Take a bite off. Like, to eat a bunch of food, just take a bite off each. So you taste everything before you die.
Yeah, and go to a cat house.
Go to a cat house.
Yeah.
I'd
I
want to
mean-
try eating dog, probably.
Would you do something that would you just go with what you like? Or would you just do something weird? Like, someone would say, well, my favorite food is, McDonald's. But then they're like, but, why do that when I could eat ass for the first time? You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, I mean, I would try and eat as much ass as I can that last day.
like, would you try and do all the shit that you haven't done? Or would you just go with what you do know because you know you like it?
Just a mix, really. Try and balance it. So if it's something I don't like, I'd make it up for it with doing something that I do like.
Yeah. Well, that sounds fucking reasonable. That sounds
So let's
reasonable.
say I eat a cat for the first time, like this tastes like shit, and then I just wash it down with some ice cream.
Eat a cat. Like,
the
this
Koreans
is-
do that.
Okay, this is a question I've had. Like, so are you locking that in? Is that what your response is?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna make a retarded segue. Like, if you could move at the speed of light, right? And what would you do? Like, if you could move at the speed of light and time slows down.
Like Quicksilver.
Yeah, so time slows down and you can touch people and they won't melt to fucking nothing. What would you do?
Probably rape someone.
That's exactly what I was like. I was like, what would happen? What would happen if you just really quickly did it and then dressed them up again like nothing ever happened? Would they just be like, just all of a sudden, just like all the fucking, like what would happen? Would that hurt?
I would run to the nearest, not the nearest really. I would run to all the, the rocket sites.
Yeah.
And then I would
Christ.
activate all the rockets that were like already like targeted to like cities, and I would launch all of them in 1 second, like at the same time, and just go to space and watch it.
What the fuck?
Watch.
I would try punching like a group of people just to see how that would look.
What
You know,
about,
like in light speed, you just punch like 20 people and you see them all falling down.
Oh
what
yeah,
about-
talking about light speed, I remember that.
It's just
Do you want to hear it? Like, you're gonna kind of cringe, but
Go
Do
for
it.
it's
it.
gonna be a flashback for you, maybe. Remember that character from Ben 10, the blue guy who ran like at speed of light?
yeah.
Oh, no. Is that the first thing that comes to your mind?
That came to my mind when you said like running really fast.
The Ben
Just thought
10
of
character.
Quicksilver.
You said, didn't someone say Silver Surfer or something?
Yeah, I
Did
said Quicksilver from X-Men. You know,
it's fucking
that's
Silver.
what that's what came to my mind.
Honestly, if I could do, if I could go at the speed of light, I'd like undress everybody and make them naked and just fucking vanish, just leave. And it's like
Yeah,
there's a
but-
bunch of, closed people. They all just become naked. Just-
Yeah, but like imagine stripping people down. Cause for you it's like normal speed, so you'd just
Yeah.
be like there'd be like a grown man and you'd be taking off his underwear.
Yeah, yeah. And like imagine that, right? Everyone's clothed. Next minute, the whole city's naked.
Next minute.
Yeah, like next second, next millisecond, everyone's just butt naked.
Why don't you put like all the clothes like in the center of the city? It'd be like kind of like the Hunger Games. Everyone's just
And they-
fighting to get the clothes.
Oh fuck! And they can just
Or you
dress
put like a singular shirt in the entire city.
No, a single shirt in each street. I would like the entire city is too much,
Yeah, like you have to have it in certain areas, so people have to fight for the clothes.
I hope a country's government hears this.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking funny, dude. Imagine like everyone's running around trying to get fucking like you got a guy in his dress. He's got like a dress on, like a woman's dress and shit. That'd be
He's the only
fucking-
one wearing clothes. He gets shot immediately.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That'd be fucking brilliant. Like, would you? Okay, if
Police
you had a
brutality.
bunch of clothes and you're butt naked, would you just like get the first thing, no matter what it was, like a dress or a fucking piece of fucking duct tape, or would you like search for good clothes?
If it's a dress, you could kind of tie it around your waist, but I wouldn't, put like duct tape around my dick.
No, but the
Well,
thing
you bu-
is,
I wouldn't be ready for the consequences there.
you said that you're gonna undress everyone in the city, but you didn't say that you're gonna like take all the clothes from the shops.
That's true. You'd have to.
I would
fucking get
run
all-
to the closest like Nike or Adidas shop, and then I would just get like a tracksuit, and yeah,
You'd fucking steal. You'd
I
just
would.
get the clothes.
why not? If everyone's
No, if
naked,
I was like Quicksilver, I would steal.
You'd steal. Okay, would you actually steal if you go at the speed of light?
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
You would.
I'm not a fucking saint. Of course I would.
you're not a pope.
Honestly, I probably would, but I'd steal from the rich people because I'm like a Robin Hood.
Oh,
I'm
like
Oh,
like
you're a
Robin Hood, yeah. Just like steal from the rich, give to the poor.
yeah, yeah, exactly. No, fucking more like
Robin
steal
the
from
Hood.
rich. And yeah, just keep it all for myself. Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone who says they wouldn't steal if they were like in that speed is just lying.
They would.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
everyone
believe-
would.
I think, like, I don't know. It's like one of those things where the only reason why I think a lot of people don't steal is because they don't have to deal with the consequences of their actions. Because,
Yeah,
like, if
exactly.
you're thinking, you see something and you're like, I kind of want that, and I'd kind of like to take it. But you're like, if they find out, or if I see them find out, I'll feel shit. So it's like, if you can go at the speed of light, I think everyone would steal, but you wouldn't steal from like that one guy that makes a shilling a fucking second. Well, I mean,
Well, those top trump cards.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I had the Harry
So
Potter
yeah.
ones.
So I was always kind of into those cards. I had Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, and then these Top Trumps one came out. And, I'm a moderately large Marvel fan, and I always was. And then we walked into like a toy store with my mom. She's like, "No, you can't get anything." And I'm like, "No, but I really want it." And she's like, "No, you have enough Pokemon cards." And then as we walked out, I kind of just nicked a set of Trump's cards.
And the
And I
alarm
didn't.
went
And
off.
no, it didn't go off. I had shorts with no pockets. Imagine this, like a 6-year-old me, and I kind of just held it on my stomach. Then I held it like on my back, so I'm holding it the entire time.
fuck?
And we walk, let's say 40 steps away from the store. My mom sees it. She sees me holding something from my back. She's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "What? Nothing." And then she just takes it. It's like a set of Top Jump cards. She's like, "What? Are you retarded?" We just walk back to the store, and you just kind of do that walk of shame, where you've stolen, and your
Oh
mom's
my
giving it back to the store.
God.
But
At that point, you would just go away with the cards. Why would you go back? That's even more embarrassing
Well,
yourself.
my mom has morals, I guess.
yeah, it's the same with my
Disgusting.
parents. I'll tell you what I've stolen if MK Meme wants to say what he said he's stolen first.
No.
If he's stolen anything.
I'll think. Yeah, I remember stealing something. Yeah, you say first though.
Okay. I have 3 items and I'll talk about it. One of my first items, which I don't know, I was a spastic kid and I don't understand my reasoning and shit like that. I stole a tent peg. And that
Oh.
was it.
What's
Why?
A what?
A fucking tent peg.
What's that?
And you know when you hammer the peg into the tent, right? It's like a huge peg that goes into the ground, and it looks
There's
like a
4 of them
sword.
on each corner.
Yeah, yeah, and it looks like a sword. So I stole it, and we walked out of the shop.
Oh,
and then I
that
came
thing.
back.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because my mum made me bring it back. She's like,
Wait,
"Fucking."
did you steal a singular one?
Yeah, I stole a singular tent peg,
Stole one.
and then my mum brought me back, and the guy just said, "Keep it, just keep
Legend.
it, just go."
Why didn't you just take like a stick from a forest? It's like the
a
equivalent of that.
It's a tent peg. He's like, just keep it, mate. Fucking, if that's how much you want it. And then the second time, I don't know why the fuck I liked them that much. I liked handcuffs because I was like, I'll play some epic pranks on my friends and cuff them to shit. I stole a pair of hairy handcuffs, like the kinky ones. I didn't realize
Oh,
the
no.
fucking reasoning behind it.
Where have
And
you
I
gone
won't-
in to find handcuff? How old were you?
I don't know. I was like fucking. I was like 8. I
So
stole
8-year-old
these.
Splur walks into like one of those erotic shops.
Yeah, I know it wasn't an erotic shop. It was just a normal shop, but they were like the kinky handcuffs there.
They-
I stole them, and
Normal
my mom saw
Australian
it, and I had to take it back. I took it back, and I think it was the same situation. I think they were just like, keep it, like just.
Wait,
I don't
they
know.
told an 8-year-old that he could keep like those kinky handcuffs.
I think I don't know. I think my mom like paid. I don't know. Fucking yeah. My mom just took it and she's like, I'll keep these. I'm like, what the fuck? yeah. No.
Oh, your mom
no,
had plans, did she?
Yeah, she's like, oh, let's not put this to waste. I'll fucking put. No, I don't know. I think we got it. I don't know where it is today. Maybe I still have it. Yeah, man. I don't know who's using it.
Where's the tent peg?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. And then the other thing was, and I'll be done soon. I had friends, and I was
Yeah,
dude.
friends.
This was the shittiest. I did at some stage. I was the shittiest person, and I hate myself for this. Because you mentioned Pokemon cards, Trippy. I had
Oh,
a
no.
mate. This is not Pokemon cards, but I had a mate, and he came over. He wasn't really a mate. I didn't really know him that well. I was like 10, and he had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he had the best Yu-Gi-Oh cards you could ever want, like Blue Eyes Dragon, fucking all of them,
Oh
every
my
single
God,
card that you
yeah.
wanted. And I don't know why, but I just thought I could take them and then keep them, and he wouldn't realize I did take them and I did keep them, and I don't have them today, but I don't know why I thought I could just take them and he would be fine with it. He didn't say anything, but like you would have realized your best cards are fucking missing. Like, you know, I chose the best ones, all the Blue Eyes Dragons and shit.
Oh my god.
I feel like a shitty person because those probably would sell like a fucking mint these days. But I fucking stole them, never give them back. I stole all his good cards, left all the shitty ones.
Do you still have him?
I don't think I do. I fucking gave like a tin of cards to this kid at a like a like I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna make this kid's day, and I gave it to him. Probably used them like 2 seconds and chucked them in the bin. Like, I sold them
I've
for
done
like
the same. I
$12.
gave like 3 boxes of worth of Yu-Gi-Oh cards to just some
Yep.
kid I knew.
Yep. Same with me. And fucking probably never used them. Probably
So
just, you know.
mean. What's
Yep.
your
Exactly.
story?
To clarify, in the first place, as a child, I was like not overly, but too disciplined to take something from a shop or something, or to steal anything. But I think the biggest thing I saw, when you have your school projects, right, with your class, and you're
Yeah.
trying to build like a doll or something, and you have that little kind of that circular. The circular thing that has an eye in it, like the the black part of the eye in cartoons, and
Yeah.
that thing just moves around, as you shake it and
Oh,
stuff.
right, yeah. Like the
Yeah,
ones they like stick into like things when you're
yeah, yeah,
making
yeah.
like some sort of
One
animal or
of
something.
those, I walked into like a shop, where you get your student stuff, and I saw those in like a container. I just took one of them and I just left the shop. And the
You
guy,
took a singular one.
I took a singular eye and I left the shop.
Oh,
Now
fuck.
I'm curious, when would you need one?
And I lost it, I think. I don't know.
Wouldn't you need two?
You would need two, but I took one at that time. Well, that's the biggest thing I stole. But
So
wait, I had a friend who from Russia who came by, and we were driving, right, and with our parents and stuff. We went into a fuel station, and they had a shop there, and just like, oi, watch this, and he just took an ice cream. He puts it in his pocket, and he just leaves there. Like, it's the coolest thing I saw in like my entire life.
Splur's story actually reminded me of the time. There was a kid who was a year younger than me in primary school, and he had the best Pokemon cards. And by best, he had like one like really good one, and I traded it like with him for like 3 shitty cards, like the worst cards you could
And
imagine.
you just made it sound like they were good.
I didn't even try. He just said, "Yeah, sure."
What?
So I made, because he's like, "Oh, I'm giving one, I'm getting 3." So I made the trade, I got it, and I was really happy. So I was like on a roll there, and then I was collecting all of them, and one of my friends had this like a Dialga, and you're like, "Oh
Oh.
shit," because that was like back in the Gen 4 days. So you're like, "Oh, fucking Dialga, that's good, that's a legendary." So I took it from him. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna take a good card, you want to show it off around. And I was
Yeah.
young back then,
Oh,
so I was
boy.
showing it around, and then my friend saw it. He's like, "Oh, I lost same one." So I wrote in the back of the card, "From Dustin to my friend." So he would think that my friend, quote unquote Dustin, gave it to
thought-
me, and he's like,
went to-
"What?" I just showed it to him. Like, "Yeah, look, my friend gave it to me." He put it in the post. He's like, "Oh, all right."
Wow.
You
Just
took
wrote it in
all the
pencil
value.
in
Yeah.
my like handwriting, but you could rub it off, but it was in my handwriting and everything. I have like a very distinct handwriting, and he just
was-
looked at it and he's like, "All right," thought it was mine.
That was
Wow.
your trick. That was your fucking master plan. Just right to this person.
Yeah, it
Oh,
worked out.
fuck.
I think I still have the card.
You do.
I think so. I'll find it later. It's like this
Dude.
Dialga, and in the back it's written in pencil to from Dustin.
It's it's the worst fucking idea I've ever heard.
I was like 8 or something. It got the
mean-
job done.
Actually, to be fair, I don't know how you'd be able to like do a better thing. Like, I don't know if there'd be any better way of doing it. Like, that's pretty fucking good, to be fair. Like, I mean, if it was me, I would have just been like, shit. Yeah, I probably would have just given it to him. I probably would have been, you caught me. Here, take it. I would have probably given it to him. I would have pushed out. No, but you stuck through. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
think years
intelligent.
later he kind of interrogated me over it.
Did he really? 3
Yeah,
years
because it
later?
kind of hit him. Yeah, like 4 or 5 years later, he's like, "I think that card was mine, actually." I'm like, "Yeah, it was."
You're like, I'm gonna
Just
give it
gave up
back.
at that point. No, it was like 5 years. I don't think he cared anymore.
It's like
I
all
still
those
had my
games.
collection.
Yeah, it's like those games that you lend to people, and you're like, yeah, just give it back to me at some
Plus,
stage.
that kid cheated in Pokemon on the DS
Fuck that
games.
kid.
Like he had one of those cheat things.
Action replay.
Yeah.
Fucking action replay.
Yeah, he was a
mate.
loser. He had like all these shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, like that kid that gets like everything he wants, and you're just like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, but
Like
I don't feel
you,
guilty about that Dialga.
Yeah, you play Yu-Gi-Oh, and then the kid just fucking pulls out one of those like those arm
Trap
things.
cards.
Yeah, he's like fucking like pulls out that thing and like sets up like a fucking map and shit like that, and he's just like, let's duel, bitch, and you're like, I've only got like 2 cards, and this kid's got like a whole fucking army of like cards. Like it's just, there was always that fucking kid, and he'd have like all the fucking like games as well. Like his parents would buy him absolutely everything. He's like, hey mum, bitch, motherfucker, buy me a
Oh,
game.
no.
She's like,
Oh
sure.
no, I knew a friend who would swear in front of his parents, just go like, "Hey, mom, fuck off." I'm like, oh shit, I would have gone whooped.
Literally, I do that to my parents, except they swear back to me. So,
Jesus.
you know, it's like a mutual thing. But like, I knew like friends that would just basically be like, "Yo, give me this fucking game, please," and then she'd be like, "Okay, sure, anything for you." If that was my son, I'd fucking slap him above the fucking head, mate. I
Oh.
would take him out back. I'd shoot him in his kneecaps, and fucking teach him a lesson. Like, you know,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
actually, no. I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd probably strap him to a chair, and I'd get tweezers and I'd pull his eyes apart, and then I'd put on the TV like all the world's worst fucking scenarios, like the world's worst things to happen in full graphic violence, and just sit him there for 24 hours in a strapped seat, and his eyes are open and he can't eat a thing, and then I come back and then I see how he is. You know,
Jesus, Splur.
I
What the
think that's a.
fuck?
I think
Where
it's-
has this podcast gone?
It's a pretty good way to, you know, make your kid behave, I reckon. You know, just fuck
Beating
him
the
up
shit
a
out
little
of him.
bit.
The
Not
thing
beating the
is-
shit out of him, but psychologically fucking with him for a little bit.
What do you think about that mean? Would you abuse your child?
This me being as the abused one in the family, I disagree.
Jesus Christ. This went too fucking weird. Oh my
No,
god.
the thing is, if your child does something like he's working right for his lessons and stuff, it would try to like at least like kind of spoil him a bit. But then,
Well-
you would spoil him. You wouldn't fucking beat him up to work tomorrow because that would put him down. You know.
Look, I think it's not about spoiling, but condemning a lot. So like, you don't really give him gifts or anything, but you know, say like, "Good job, you know, I'm proud of you." Because if he
but
gets used to that as
not in
from a young age,
sarcastic way, you know,
but
like
not in a sarcastic way. But let's say he gets an A star, if you kind of teach him to be happy when you condemn him like verbally instead of giving him gifts, then he'd be used to that instead of wanting gifts all
That's
the time.
sad,
That was the
though.
case with me. Like I didn't get a gift every time I got like a good grade or anything.
I
when
never
was
got
small.
a gift when I got a good grade.
Like I got like, you know, I got like a pat on the back, and that meant a lot.
I'll tell you a way to do it, right? This is another thing that I talked about with my mates,
Shoot
and
him
we,
right
we,
in the
we
knees.
planned it out. Well, not that. I mean, that's my other resort, but this one, this is probably my best option. You dig a hole in your ground, and you make it pretty big, and you get your son from the time that he's born, like maybe like 5 or something, and you chuck him
bury
in the hole.
alive.
No, you chuck him in the hole, and you put all kinds of vicious animals in there. And you start off from like, you know, bad animals like, you know,
Jesus,
hogs and
Splur,
shit.
you live in Australia. You're gonna
Yeah.
get your child killed.
No, well, you know, and they fight it out, and he learns how to fight the animals after a time. So I put the pig in there first because, you know, something that's not going to kill him, and he has to beat the shit out of the pig and cook him alive.
Wait, how old is
Um,
the child here?
Like 6 or something like that.
So you're
like,
getting
not-
a 6-year-old kill a pig and cook him alive.
Yeah, well, not cook him.
This is not fucking Minecraft, is
You,
it?
you know, just
You can't
cook
punch him to death, take the pork
Right.
chops, and build
Yeah,
a
yeah.
furnace after punching some rocks.
No, I'm going to teach
Take
him the
a
first
sip.
lesson. I'll teach him the first lesson. That is, life is cruel, and sometimes you got to kill for your food. And you know, he's gonna have to kill for his food if he wants to eat. He's either gonna die or he's gonna fucking live. He's gonna kill a pig.
So I think you believe in kind of survival of the fittest split.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna teach him, right? And then like, he's gonna try and climb out. I'm gonna put my hand out. I'm gonna try and, you know, I'll see if he takes my hand.
Push
and I'll
him back
try
into
and,
the hole.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. He'll come
What
up.
the
and I'll
fuck? He will
gain his-
never trust you.
I'll gain his trust, and then I'll say, never trust
That
anybody.
child
and
will
push him.
grow
Blur,
up as a
that-
sick person, you know
That
that.
child's gonna grow up to be a fucking sociopath. Let's see you jump into that hole, Splur. Let's see you fight off like a fucking army of pigs.
You're
What
waiting
the
for it.
fuck?
And then I gradually get worse and worse animals and chuck them in until he learns how to fight like a fucking
A fucking
jujitsu
bear.
master. Yeah, basically a fucking bear. Right? And if he's getting injured, I'll kill the bear and I'll look after him and then chuck him back in the hole again. And then
Are you trying to grow fucking a Tarzan in your hole? Or
no,
sh-
here it goes. Here it fucking goes, right? When he's old enough and strong enough, he'll climb
He's
out of
gonna
a
kill
hole.
you, Splur. He's
He'll
going
climb
to
out of the
kill
hole.
you.
And I'll be standing there, and we'll have the final countdown, and him and me will verse in a fight, and it will be like the
Splur,
fucking ultimate
you're going to
fight.
get killed. You've built yourself a fucking like robot, and you've just been sitting on your lazy ass watching your child kill a bunch of fucking bears.
But then I shoot at it. I take out a gun and shoot him in his kneecaps.
You've wasted your
But the
entire
thing-
life. Why?
Even if you shoot him in the kneecaps, he's gonna be prepared and jump on you probably because like that has been training his entire life for the worst case scenario.
From the age of 6.
Yeah.
He just runs at me, and I'm just like, bitch.
And then that
I
kid-
told.
Listen, that kid's gonna see a girl and he's gonna turn into fucking caveman SpongeBob and jump on her.
Can you imagine what someone like that would be? All he knows is death and misery and killing things.
No, but he
Like-
wouldn't even have an idea of what misery is. He would just be in a constant state of,
Misery.
wanting to kill.
And then, like, when he's killing me, I'll look him in the eyes and I'll say, "You've made me proud, son."
He
You
wouldn't
make
care.
me
He probably
proud.
doesn't understand English.
I'll teach him English from the top. Like, I'll sit at the
Do you
at the
think
top
he'll
and teach
he'll
him.
listen to you?
While fighting off animals.
The guy who fucking threw him into a hole filled with
and
bears.
if he gets things wrong, I chuck in a vicious animal. Like, I'll be like, fucking wrong, fucking chuck in a little bear.
But what if you throw like a snake down the hole and then he throws a snake back at you?
That's true. I mean,
You're gonna get killed by a snake and
I don't like imagine like how that fucking like that kid would be the toughest fucking thing. Imagine that. Like absolutely foolproof. And then right, after I shoot him in the kneecaps, I'll raise him back to good health. And then I'll make him trust me and I'll be like, dude, you trust me now.
He
I
will
just helped
never
you.
trust you.
I made you survive. And then I will use him as protection for my house. I'll just make him stand in front of my house and he'll just stay
so
there,
you basically
night and day.
managed
Like,
to
tied to a
train
pole,
the
like-
guard
like-
dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
exactly.
essentially made it.
A guard dog, basically, yeah. And
Why
I can
don't
be
you just buy
protecting
a
him.
adopt a guard dog instead?
It's
Fucking
not as
traumatizing
fun.
a kid for
It's
20
not
years.
as fun, It's not as fun. I'd rather do experiments, social experiments. I learn from
yeah.
the best.
Well-
Joey salads.
After hearing Splur's interesting way of
Growing up a child.
growing a child, I think that's a good way to end the first episode.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Still no
say
name?
No name. I don't know. Fucking let's get right into the podcast.
Jesus. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. This is Trippy Fox, Splur TV,
And
and
Hi.
Kamin.
Hello.
Well, thanks Splur for someone's gonna listen to this and be like, that could be a good idea.
I could be.
Why adopt a guard dog when you can use your own sperm?